coffee today because after doing yesterday's video, I was editing it and I had shared with you that I use a very simple form of editing software. Well, it started acting up and it wasn't allowing me to download clips and it wasn't exporting. So just a variety of problems, and I was getting so frustrated. I had started the project over again, so I created that video twice, and it still was having problems. So finally I decided, you know what, maybe this is a sign that I am supposed to do a hard thing and learn some new video editing software. I had in the back of my mind that that's one of the things I was going to do when I made yesterday's video, but I didn't know it was going to be that day. So I downloaded a new editing software that is supposed to be like, you know, one of the tops in the industry. So that's all well and good. And man, it was a lot more complicated than the old one that I was using. So to be expected. But I was making my way. I was making my way through. And I was creating the video, and I was ready to put in the last clip last night around 11 o'clock. And just as I was doing that, poof, it all disappeared. My screen went blank. I couldn't find my project. I was really like, wow, are you even kidding me? So got online with tech support, and thankfully they were able to recover what I had lost. And so I did not have to recreate the whole thing, but I still do have to put some finishing touches on that. So you will have seen that video right before this one. Yeah, so I ended up being up until 1:30 in the morning working on that. So, and then I was up at 6 o'clock this morning, so hence the coffee. It's going to be a coffee kind of a day, but it's all good. And you know, funny enough, sometimes when these things get thrown in your path, these roadblocks, you might be tempted to think, oh, this wasn't meant to be. I shouldn't be doing this. And funny enough, you know, I was kind of on the fence about that. I was like, am I not supposed to be doing this? Or is this just a roadblock that's being thrown in front of me to discourage me? And I decided that that's what the case was, that it was just circumstances that were coming together against me, and that I should prevail and continue to do the hard thing and just keep going. And you know, it really didn't, the whole process didn't upset me nearly as much as it would have in the past. I did not feel super tired at 1:30 in the morning, which is crazy because like I start getting tired at 9 o'clock at night. So those were the things that made me think, you know what, no, you can prevail through this, you can persevere and get through this. And so that's what I did. So I'm very proud of myself for that. And I worked on my video a little bit more this morning. So that's going to be the goal today, is to finish that video and post it so you see that one right before this. But as a result, the video that I'm going to create for you today is going to be a little bit shorter and less complicated. I'm going to go easy on myself with this next video here today. And I'm going to show you what happened to my Amaryllis the day after I potted them up, and what they look like today. As well as I'm going to go out to Dallas, and I have a showing this morning, which is really exciting. I'm really happy about this showing. It's fingers crossed going to go well. But I'm going to be out in the back mountains, so I'm going to stop in the middle of Dallas. There's a lovely shop called Embellish that I just love. I love going in there for inspiration. It's a really uplifting shop. There's a couple things I'm looking for. So I'm going to take you with me, and I'll film around the shop, and I'll show you what I get if I'm able to find what I am looking for. So that's the plan of action for today. I'm going to finish my coffee. I'm gonna get packed up, get to the office, prep for my showing, go to my showing, and go to Embellish and do something fun. So I'm excited to bring you along with me, and let's tackle this day. And this is real life with a terrier. This is courtesy of Callie. Oh, good Lord, I don't even know what to say. I just put this here two days ago, and she has decided that she doesn't like the moss, and it needed to come off. Oh, good Lord. You know what? Grace. I have to give her grace because she is a terrier. Oh, good Lord. All right, I'm going to see if I could salvage this moss, put it back on my bulbs, and then I will be moving these to my kitchen window, which is out of reach of my sweet little terrier, Callie. Oh, good Lord. And here is the current update on these Amaryllis. They are doing fantastic in my kitchen window because, I mean, it does get a great amount of light. But it's very interesting to see that this one here that's so small is the first one blooming. But oh my gosh, I'm just so excited. On each of those stalks, it looks like there's 4 blooms. And there's at least 2 stalks in each bulb. So, oh my gosh, that's gonna be a gorgeous, gorgeous display. I just don't know. It'll be interesting to see if these are still good for Christmas. I don't know if I've started them too early or not, but oh man, they're gorgeous. So pretty. And I know this is pretty bright morning light, even though we're pretty overcast today. So I'm going to actually film this tonight too when the sun goes down, and let's see how it looks in the window with the candle on. So we'll take another peek this evening. Well, it was a good trip to Embellish, and I was able to pick up some gifts for clients. So I'm not going to open that with you, but this is for me. Oh my gosh. So when I went a couple weeks ago with my husband, I saw these and I had to think about it. I'm usually not a huge impulse shopper, so I usually like to think about things before I go back and buy them. But I have been thinking about them, and that's my rule of thumb. If I think about them and think about them, then it's meant to be. So, what these are decorative napkin holders. And I like to use cloth and paper napkins. So I got this for the paper napkins, and I got this for the cloth napkins. And I'll show you what I'm currently using right now, which is kind of pathetic. And then I'll show you these when I have them all filled and in use. So this is what I currently am using, and it's not pathetic, but it's just not what it's supposed to be used for. And it's one of those beautiful Sweetwater baskets that they hand make down in South Carolina, because my husband's aunt and uncle used to live in Charleston, and my mother-in-law picked this up while she was down there, and then she gave it to me. But it's a beautiful basket, but it's made to like maybe to carry like a pie. But at holidays, I like to put a cloth napkin inside of this and put rolls in it. So it's a beautiful basket, but it just really was not good for the napkins. So I'm going to put my napkin holders here and I'll show you how they look. Yeah, that looks so much better. I just love how pretty this is. The silver beading along the edge. I think that's so pretty. But I always like to keep a supply of paper napkins out on the counter right by the microwave, so that anytime we put anything in the microwave, we pop a paper napkin on top, so it, saves on cleanup time with the microwave. And that's where the pretty cloth napkins are gonna live now. That looks so nice. But these are just adorable cloth napkins. I like to use the cloth napkins for actually eating. And my mother-in-law, she gave me these. These are just so darn adorable. So I like to use them at the holiday, but they're so cute. So now they're like handy sitting here on the bar, so that when we sit down to have our informal, breakfast, lunch, whatever, that they're right there at the ready. And I just love how the white and the silver ties in with my candlesticks and the candle rings. So I really love how that looks. But it's just nice and festive. So happy with my purchases. And there's the pretty Amaryllis in the evening. I think they're showing up a little bit better against the dark window, but oh my goodness, look at those beautiful blooms. And I do rotate this container every couple of days because the stems will reach toward the sun, and I want to try to keep them growing as straight as possible. So that is the Amaryllis update, and I hope you enjoyed seeing how great they are growing, and I'll let you know how they are looking when we're getting closer to Christmas. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.